The 10th Senate is faced with a number of pressing issues it must quickly attend to as lawmakers return to plenary from summer break. The Senate must first, as a matter of urgency, appoint its principal officers to enable it function and effectively drive its legislative agenda while the Senate President presides at plenary. The Senate leader coordinates and initiates the day-to-day activities of the Senate, which he pushes in form of either bills to be read and considered or through motions. The tussle for the Senate leader has brought two illustrious members of the governing All Progressive Congress APC head to head, Michael Okpeyemi Bamidele from the southwest and a former Senate leader Aliyu Ndume from the northeast. Between both men is a delegate option that could put APC's majority in the Senate to test. Unfortunately, the leadership of the party has maintained a disturbing silence on the matter, with the national chairman Abdullahi Adamu carefully avoiding to talk about it when he hosted the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and an entourage of senators on a Salah visit to his residence in Kefi. That silence has left the game wide open between Bamidele and Ndume, or indeed anyone else from APC. The battle for the Senate minority leader is no less intense, with forces within and outside of the Senate ganging up to stop former governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwa, touted as the preferred candidate of the main opposition, People's Democratic Party (PDP). Accusing fingers are pointed at the ruling All Progressive Congress of trying to influence the choice of who becomes the minority leader so that it could have a firm grip of the Senate. Disturbed about the perceived influence from outside, a caucus of minority senators led by Senator Adamu Alero issued a statement saying no one has been endorsed for the seat. But even when the PDP has a controlling minority share with 36 members, the party may need to cede some of the principal minority seats to smaller parties like the Labour Party if it hopes to sustain unity within the minority caucus.
Nigeria needs serious-minded people to be able to drive the country to the next phase. This phase that we are in now is a very critical one because now subsidy is gone, forex is deregulated. If you don't manage this process well, there will be economic crisis.
The next burning issue the Senate must quickly settle is the screening and confirmation of ministerial nominees from President Bola Tinubu. By virtue of a new law, the president has barely 3 weeks to beat a constitutional deadline mandating him to form his cabinet within 60 days in office. The new law was passed in the twilight of the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. Buhari himself spent 6 months to set up his cabinet in 2015, something many political observers believe affected the smooth takeoff of his government. With the Senate likely to proceed on its annual recess this July, it will be in a race against time to complete the rituals of screening ministerial nominees, which could take roughly 2 weeks to be concluded.
I believe Tinubu will not make the mistake of just appointing a person because of lobby or because of anything, because he has a date with history. You know, so many challenges, so many people have been coming out to denigrate him. For me, so far so good. The things that he has done, as far as I'm concerned, he has made my day as an APC man. I believe that in appointing ministers, he's also going to do the same.
Many Nigerians are looking forward to the screening exercise, hoping it will be engaging and reflects the caliber of those the president hopes to hire for the jobs. Or maybe whether it will be another theater with plenty of bow and go. Omo Bazwai, Arise News.